Stay for the highest, aim at the highest, and you shall reach the highest. Good morning to everyone present today. I am Avishi Chandra of Class 12G, and I would like to begin by speaking a few lines about the significance of National Youth Day. Swami Vivekananda was born on 12th January 1863 in Kolkata to Vishwanath Datta and Bhuvaneshwari Devi. He was a spiritual leader and a social reformer. His lectures, writings, letters, poems, ideas motivated not only the youth of India but also the whole world. He was a man of wisdom and simplicity. Swami Vivekananda was called the National Saint of India because of his continuous and rigorous efforts to boost the youth's potential. He always carved out paths of success by stepping out of the comfort zone. He believed that a person could attain almost anything if he has the courage to see beyond what it is and what he desires to become. In 1984, the Government of India first declared to celebrate the birth of Swami Vivekananda as National Youth Day. Since then, his morals and magnetic aura are being celebrated all over the world, even after a century of his demise. The theme of National Youth Day 2022 is It's All in the Mind. Today, almost 50% of India's population is under the age of 25. The future of country rides on their shoulders, thus making celebrations that empower the youth so important. So to commemorate this important day, we, the students from class 12th, Vishwa Bharati Public School, Noida, have gathered to celebrate National Youth Day by conducting a few activities. So we first have Vanshika from class 12B to present a song before us. Over to you, Vanshika.
मन में ताकत दिल में हिम्मत तेरे नाम से ही मिले। मन में ताकत दिल में हिम्मत तेरे नाम से ही मिले। मुरझा कर मायूसियों में, मुरझा कर मायूसियों में फूल सारे फिर खिले। मन में ताकत दिल में हिम्मत तेरे नाम से ही मिले। स्वामी विवेकानंद आनंद आनंद, सोचे ही ऐसा कलम जो लिखे तकदीर को, राह गुम जाने का गम है मगर इस फकीर को। हर सफर आसान गुजरे, हर सफर आसान गुजरे, ताक साया तू चले। मन में ताकत दिल में हिम्मत तेरे नाम से ही मिले। स्वामी विवेकानंद आनंद आनंद, Swami Vivekananda Anand Anand.
Thank you for such an amazing song, Vanshika. Now I invite Shreya of class 12th A and Varnika of class 12th B to showcase a presentation on Swami Vivekananda.
Good morning, one and all. Today, on the occasion of Youth Day, we have got the golden opportunity to present before you all the life and works of Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda, the holy and divine spirit, needs no introduction. The global village knows him as a Hindu saint, a yoga guru, a philosopher, a teacher, a writer, and an extraordinary speaker. He was a great social reformer and a very inspiring personality of India, also called by the name Narendranath Datta. He was born in Kolkata on 12th January 1863. He was the chief disciple of Ramakrishna Paramhansa. Swami Vivekananda founded the Ramakrishna Math, a monastic order based on his guru's teachings.
Vivekananda's early life. His father, Vishwanath Datta, was a well-known attorney and his mother, Bhuvaneshwari Devi, a very religious woman, was a housewife. Vivekananda studied at the Metropolitan School in Kolkata and later at the General Assembly's Institution, where he studied Western logic, Western philosophy, and European history. It was here that he was first introduced to the work of Ramakrishna during a lecture by Professor William Hastie.
Swami Vivekananda had an educational vision. Education for him signifies man-making as the very mission of his life. He realizes that mankind is passing through a crisis. Moral and religious values are being undermined, and all these problems can be resolved through education.
Take up one idea, make that one idea your life, think of it, dream of it, live on that idea. Let the brain, muscles, nerves, every part of your body be full of that idea and just leave every other idea alone. This is the way to success by Swami Vivekananda. Facts from Vivekananda's inspiring life. First, in 1983, he started his speech by saying Bhaiyo aur Behno in Chicago and received a huge applause from the audience. He was not ashamed of using Hindi. His concentration was unbelievable. During his childhood, when he and his peers were doing meditation, a snake came in the room and everybody started shouting and came out. They noticed that Vivekananda was not there. When they went inside, they found that Vivekananda was not moved an inch. He was doing his meditation, unaware of what was going around him. Another instance, when he borrowed 10 to 11 books from library and next day went to return them and asked for more books. The librarian said, "Have you read all these books?" He said, "Yes." The librarian asked something from the book. Vivekananda answered the question and even told the page number of the answer. The librarian was surprised to see that. Swami was travelling in a train and was wearing a wristwatch that caught the attention of a few girls present in the train. They were making fun of his clothes and his appearance. They decided to play a prank. The girls asked him to give them the watch, else they would complain to the cops that he was harassing them. Then he remained silent and acted deaf. And said, "I have a complaint to make."
Everything is easy when you are busy, but nothing is easy when you are lazy. There are a number of great works by Swami Vivekananda. Let's have a look on some of the books by the great visionary. The first one is Jnana Yoga, the Yoga of Knowledge. The book is a collection of lectures by Swami Vivekananda. Jnana is a Sanskrit word which means knowledge. Jnana Yoga shows the path to wisdom and describes the philosophy of Hinduism and Vedanta, the knowledge of Vedas and Upanishads. The key takeaways of this book is that it describes Bhagavad Gita in a modern scientific manner. Knowledge is the ultimate goal and freedom is the object of Jnana Yoga. The second one is Bhakti Yoga, the yoga of love and devotion. The book brings you the spiritual link to God. Bhakti means devotion. Swamiji says that the most direct, shortest and simplest way to experience the divine is through Bhakti Yoga. The key takeaways of this book is that nothing else is attractive, nothing else holds the attention. Except the beloved God, all else is meaningless. Surrender yourself to God by worship, rituals and prayers. Channel your emotions into unconditional love and devotion.
Yoga, the yoga of action. The book is based on various concepts of karma yoga described in the Holy Bhagavad Gita. In the practice of Vedanta, it is said that we have the duty to work and a right to work as hard as we can. But we don't have a right to the results of our actions. Key takeaways: shows the right path to perform karma, the rightful actions. One's karma influences his future. Offer results of your actions to God. It will purify your soul.
Raja Yoga, conquering the internal nature. The book is a wide range subjective content where Swamiji interprets Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. The book is basically designed for the audience of the West. Swamiji and his teachings highly influence the people of the West about their understanding of yoga. The key takeaways of this book is that it shows the path of meditation and mind control techniques. It describes the Raja Yoga philosophies in a scientific manner. Methods for better concentration, physical development, and liberation of the soul from the bondage of body. Finally, I will like to conclude with a quote of Swami Vivekananda. If I love myself despite of my infinite faults, how can I hate anyone at the glimpse of a few faults? Thank you.
And thank you for such an insightful presentation. I'm sure every one of us must have learned something new about him. I would now like to invite Anshika Vana of Class 12G to present Swami Vivekananda's speech at World's Parliament of Religion, Chicago in 1893, where he introduced Hinduism to America and called for religious tolerance and an end to fanaticism.
Good morning to one and all present. I feel honored to repeat the speech delivered by Sri Swami Vivekananda on September 11, 1893 at the First World's Parliament of Religion on the site of present-day Art Museum at Chicago. The speech said, "Brothers and sisters of America, it fills my heart with joy unspeakable to rise to the warmth and cordial welcome which you have given us. I thank you in the name of most ancient order of monks in the world. I thank you in the name of Mother of Religions, and I thank you in the name of millions and millions of Hindu people of all classes and sects. My thanks also to some of the speakers on this platform, referring to the delegate of the Orient, have told you that these men from far off nations may well claim the honor of bearing to different lands the idea of toleration. I am proud to belong to a religion which has taught the world both tolerance and universal acceptance. We believe not only in universal toleration, but we all accept religions as true. I am proud to belong to a nation which has sheltered the persecuted and the refugees of all religions and all nations of the world. I am proud to tell you that we have gathered in the bosom of the purest remnants of the Israelites who came to the southern India and took refuge with us in the every year in which their holy temple was shattered into pieces by the Roman tyranny. I am proud to belong to a religion which has sheltered and is still fostering the remnants of the great, grand Zoroastrian nation. I'll quote to you, brethren, a few lines from the hymns which I remember I have repeated from my earliest boyhood, which is every day repeated by millions and millions of human beings. As the different streams having their source in different paths, which make men take through different tendencies, various thoughts, though they appear crooked, straight, or even straight, all lead to the theme. The present convention, which is one of the most august ceremonies ever held, is in itself a vindication, a declaration to the world of wonderful doctrine preached in the Gita. Whosoever comes to me, through whatever form, I reach him. All men are struggling through paths which in end lead to me. Sectarian and its horrible descendants, fanaticism, have long possessed this beautiful world. They have filled the earth with violence, drenched it often and often with human blood, destroyed civilization, and sent whole nations to despair. Had it not been these horrible demons, human society would have far more advanced than it is now. But their time is come, and I fervently hope that bell that tolled this morning in the honor of this convention may be the death knell of the all fanaticism, of all persecutions with the sword and with the pen, and of all uncharitable feelings between the persons wending their way to the same goal. Thank you.
Thank you, Anshika. In the end, I would like to conclude by quoting Swami Vivekananda's words. Believe in yourself and the world will be at your feet. Thank you.
Thank you so much, children.